In this video, I'm going to show you certain glimpses of the summary of one specific NCERT book whose title is Themes in Indian History, Part 1. Hello, civil services aspirants. PrepLadder launches PrepSummary. PrepSummary is summary of all the NCERT books from class 6 to class 12th and on all subjects relevant for the preparation of the civil services exam. This is a unique creation. Almost all the NCERT books are relevant for the preparation for the civil services exam. You know this very well. But the problem here is that there are a huge number of the NCERT books, more than 50. So working on all the books and obtaining information or the knowledge contained in these books become a highly cumbersome work for every civil services aspirant. PrepSummary presents a pleasant solution. This is highly precise, at the same time characterized by all the relevant information contained in these books. And this includes all the relevant images as well, what you find in these books. You know it very well that the images in various forms such as graphical representations, such as diagrams, tables, charts, or some pictures play a significant role in making things intelligible to you. So I'm hopeful that this mega summary, I would be saying, mega because the summary of more than 50 NCERT books would be serving as a handy and productive resource for you people. In this video, I'm going to show you certain glimpses of the summary of one specific NCERT book whose title is Themes in Indian History, Part 1. This book is of 12th standard, and this book is related to ancient Indian history. Take a look. This page represents the contents. This book consists of 4 chapters. 1, 2, 3, 4. And consider here the number of pages involved. In the case of first, you find 1 to 10. In the case of second, you find 11 to 18. In the case of third, you find 19 to 24. In the case of last, you find 25 to 32. This number of pages gives you one specific idea. And that idea is that there's so many pages finally summarized into about 32 pages. So this would be playing a significant role. How? Because going through a book containing 100, 200 pages would be troublesome, or maybe troublesome for many. But going through about 32 pages for anyone is an easy move. It may be a pleasant move as well. Plus, one thing very important here, that in these 32 pages, you get all the information what you need for the examination. This means anything relevant you think of, that is there. So how it becomes very significant or highly significant? Because you just work on about 32 pages instead of 100, 200 pages, and you get all the information what you get in 100 or 200 pages. This saves your time. This makes your preparation effective. And this also create a very strong basis for revision when the exam would be approaching near. This aspect of preparation is also highly significant because maybe you are in a position to read so many books, but finally, if you are not in a position to revise them very well, it all become meaningless. So if you consider an effective revision of a book, I think this summary will help you again in a great way. Now I'm going to show you the pages in order to give you the idea of the exact summary. Take a look. This is the first page of chapter 1. That is bricks, beads, and bones. This chapter is on the Harappan Civilization. Harappan Civilization, also known as Indus Valley Civilization. Here you will find that the summary is in the form of number 1, headings and subheadings. Take a look. Again, you find heading or subheading. Again, you find heading and subheading. This continues in every page. Number 2, all the relevant images. Take a look here. The image of a terracotta bull. This will give you a broad idea of the sculptural art of the Harappan people. And a form of the sculptural art was terracotta sculptural art. Take a look. This is another image. This shows the layout of the city of Mohenjodaro. Here you find that the layout shows the 2 broad regions. One region is the citadel and one region is the lower town. This was a very unique feature of the town planning of Harappan civilization. And this we find in almost all the cities, excepting some exceptions. Citadel region, this region was a fortified region, and it is considered that this region housed some important buildings and the dwelling places of the elites. And this region, given the name Lower Town, was a region which had dwelling places of common people. So, image makes the things more intelligible. But it is also important what image to be picked up. In this book, you will find there are so many images, but all images are not relevant. Certain images are relevant because that gives you a broader idea and make your concept clearer. Now, the third thing here in this summary is that you will find that in all the pages, there are so many expressions, so many sentences, so many words. They are in bold type. Take a look. And several bold type words are important for your examination. Here, I'm going to focus on some. Like here you find terracotta models of the plum. have been found at the sites in Kolistan and at Banwali, Haryana. So this is one significant information or significant piece of information that we have discovered a terracotta model of plough. This is indication that the ploughing was practiced by the Harappan people. Similarly, evidence of ploughed field at Kalibangan, Rajasthan. There is another very significant piece of information. This is again indication of the practice of ploughing. I'm showing you some more. Traces of canals have been found at the Harappan site of Shortughai in Afghanistan, but not in Punjab or Sindh. On the basis of the excavation, it is normally considered that the Indus Valley people, they use wells and dams normally. Traces of canals are very limited. And so this information becomes important. Similarly, I'm going to show you some more such words. Take a look. Greed pattern. Greed pattern was a unique feature of the Harappan town planning. Greed pattern refers to this pattern. When the roads, suppose this is a road, one road. This is the second road that cuts the first road at right angle at 90 degrees. This is the third road, again cutting this road at right angle. Fourth road, fifth, sixth, and so on. So roads cutting one another at 90 degrees, thus creating a rectangular or a square blocks. Say this. So entire city divided into a rectangular blocks. This pattern is known as greed pattern. And the greed pattern, as I have said, was a unique feature of Harappan town planning. So what I want to say here is, under the third point, that these bold words, what you find in every pages, take a look. And the headings and subheadings, what you find in every pages. And the relevant images, what you find. These are all represent some specific and unique features of this summary. And here one more thing important you will find, that since the entire summary is divided into headings and subheadings, so you have a very clear bifurcations. You are in a position to focus on specific things. For example, suppose if you have to focus on the end of the civilization, that means the decline of the civilization. So because of this heading here, you are in a position to focus. So the end of the civilization, then you find some specific points. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So in these 6 points, you find a summary of the end of the civilization, what is described in this book. And similarly, certain main themes are always considered important in the case of any topic. And all the main themes are under headings. Like one main theme is the end of the civilization. Another main theme is the weights. Still another main theme is the script. Still another main theme is sales and sailings. And together it is given, a heading is given, seals, script and weights. These are three important themes related to Indus Valley Civilization. So accordingly you can shift to that. And one more thing here, that with respect to Indus Valley Civilization or Harappan Civilization, everything what is relevant as described in the book is there. And when everything is there, that simply means with respect to Indus Valley Civilization, the beginning to end plus features. So if I talk about everything about Indus Valley Civilization, that simply means the rise of the civilization. That means how the civilization came into being. Second, the features of the civilization. Features may be related to town planning, it may be related to seals and sailings, it may be craft, it may be economic life, it may be religious life, and so on. And third, decline. So rise, features, and decline. These three together represent everything about this topic. And this is the description, what you find in this book. So the summary of this topic, the way presented here, is also all about the rise, the features, and decline. Rise here means the rise of the civilization out of farming communities that existed in the northwestern part of India in about the period 6000 BC. These farming communities gradually evolved and gave birth to civilization in about 2600, 2500 BC. Features means the characteristics of Indus Valley Civilization with respect to its political life, economic life, social life, religious life, technological life. And the decline means the collapse of the civilization. It is considered that several factors like persistent flooding, inundation, ecological imbalances, scenario of drought, aridity, maybe external aggression. These all factors together played a role in the decline of the civilization. And about 1750 BC, the civilization collapsed. But this collapse was the collapse of the urban phase only. It was not the complete end. So what is considered is that the decline of the Indus Valley Civilization in about 1750 BC was essentially the end of its urban phase. So this means the civilization without its urban manifestations continued after 1750 BC. And this continuation has been given the name Late Harappan culture, whose period is 1750 BC to about 1200 BC. So this period is commonly known as Late Harappan culture or Latter Harappan culture, sometimes Sub-Indus culture. So this is all about this topic, that is rise, features, and decline. Similarly, in the summary of every topic, now I'm going to show you the pages of the next topic, and this is topic number 2. The kings, farmers, towns, early estates, and economies. 600 BC to 600 C. In fact, this topic is related to this phase, 600 BC to 600 C. This is a long phase. And here again you will find the approach to present a summary is the same. Take a look. The headings, subheadings are there. Important things in bold letters like James Princip, Deciphered, Brahmi, and Kharoshthi, 2 scripts. One thing very significant here you will find many things what you find in bold, they have already occurred as the question in the preliminary examination. For example, this one. Who among the following deciphered the Ashokan inscription? This was a question that occurred in the preliminary examination. Who of the following deciphered Brahmi script? This was a question that occurred in the preliminary examination. And the answer of this second is here, James Princip. So see, in all the pages you find here headings, subheadings, and important things in bold letters. And if any image, any diagram are relevant for you, that is also incorporated here. And now I'm going to show you the pages of the next one, and the next chapter here is chapter 3, Kinship, Castle and Class, Early Society, 600 BC to 600 C. Here also you find the same approach, headings, subheadings, and important things are mentioned in bold. Take a look. And one more thing significant here you will find, that everything given in a kind of, you can say, in the form of points, small points. Bullets are there, arrows are there, representing point forms. So you don't find here long sentences. In fact, all the long sentences have been broken into the small points, and when things are broken into a small point, they become, I think, handy when you work on. Plus, it is easier for you people to focus on them. It is easier for you to remember them. It is easier for you to even revise them. So similarly, in the chapter 4 also, that is thinkers, beliefs and buildings, cultural development, 600 BC to 600 C. Here also you find the similar approach is there. Headings, subheadings, and important information given in the bold letter. So this, and apart from that, images also. For example, here see, this is the image of a stupa. This is the image of the great stupa Sachi. Now this image will give you plenty of information regarding the architectural features of it. So this last chapter, again, here you find an image that is a part of the northern gateway of Sanchi Stupa. See again the image, the women at the gate. So this way, the summary of this book ends. That is, this is page number 32. And these glimpses must have given you a broad idea about the character or the nature of the prep summary. And as I have said, I'm hopeful that this would be playing a significant role in your preparation. And once you start working on this, you will realize this thing in a still better way. Good study.